Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another video, and today I will be reviewing Ozzy Osbourne's latest album, Patient Number 9. Now I know this came out last year, but I'm kind of going back to reviewing stuff that came out, years before or whatever. Well, last year I would say, just to, get the ball rolling and this and that. Something that I really enjoy and I want to talk about it. This is honestly, in my opinion, should be the quintessential of an Ozzy Osbourne album. I kind of feel like that it's kind of like a a celebration of heavy rock and roll and all that stuff. Now, Ozzy Osbourne, one of the pioneers of heavy metal music, along with Tony Iommi, Geezer Butler, and Bill Ward from Black Sabbath. By the way, if you haven't, go and listen to Master of Reality, the album. This is probably the best Black Sabbath album, in my opinion, and hopefully I will review it someday. But we're not going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about Ozzy Osbourne and his solo album, Patient Number 9. So, I wasn't really, all that excited for it. The past album that came out in 2020, Ordinary Man, I listened to it and I kind of thought it was very mediocre. I liked one song off it. It was very experimental, not in a technical sense of it being rock and roll, but it kind of being somewhere else. And so I wasn't really sure about Patient Number 9, and to be honest, I think it's a really good album. There is some bit of a controversy regarding Ozzy Osbourne's voice being auto-tuned. Hey, listen, I can't tell the difference. I'm not a music expert. I mean, if his voice is auto-tuned, that's probably the best auto-tuned voice I ever heard, because I can't tell a single difference. And also, this album has a bunch of guest stars in it. So, going off from the first to the last, we have Jeff Beck, Mike McCready, Zakk Wylde, Tony Iommi, and Eric Clapton. I'm not sure of what exact parts they've been playing. I know that they've been playing the solos. It's very obvious, but sometimes that It depends on how much creativity they bring on another guest to do the guitars or whatever they're doing. But sometimes it kind of feels like it steps into their own genre. With Tony Iommi, Degeneration Rules, it sounds like a Black Sabbath song, and it's, in my opinion, the best song off the album. And going off with Patient Number 9, it's a great opener. I would say that the worst track off the album, and it's not really a bad song, but that song does drag a bit, and that song is No Escape From Now. If it was cut down a little bit, I think it would just be a solid track. And then you have, of course, Zakk Wylde, which is one of my all-time favorite guitarists. This guy, he still got it with his crazy solos and all that stuff. Another one of my criticisms with this album is probably the last couple of tracks. The last tracks don't have any guest guitarists on there. Besides, I think they have two guest drummers from different bands, one from the Foo Fighters and one from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Honestly, in my opinion, you have a solid track, Degeneration Rules, which, it's a great closer to an overall fun album. And just to continue on, it's just drag the album a little bit longer. These last songs don't really do it for me. I just kind of leave it to Degeneration Rules, and that's basically about it. Regarding Ozzy Osbourne himself, now he hasn't had the best moments like the past couple of years, and I think he had surgery or something like that, and he's not able to, properly perform as what he, you know, used to do. And I think he's retired from touring. He's not retired from making albums, but he's retired from touring. And, you know, to be truthfully honest, I mean, if he retired, you know, overall with Patient Number 9, the album, I think it's a really good, solid way to go out. I mean, it's, you know, it's great, it's fun. I mean, Ozzy Osbourne, he's done so much to the metal world. I think that this could be the time for him, you know, to kick up his feet and enjoy his retirement. But that's just my opinion. You know, Ozzy Osbourne can do whatever he wants. But that's what I think personally. In terms of a rating, I mean, I was kind of debating between a 7 and an 8. It's not the most greatest thing I've heard, but it's certainly enjoyable. It's just pure heavy rock and roll throughout. Probably a 7.5 out of 10. It's really coming close to that 8 out of 10 in my opinion. That's my review for this album. If you have not listened to it, go check it out if you want to. If you have listened to it, tell me what you think about it. Do you have the same thoughts and opinions that I do, or you have a different aspect on this album? And yeah, that's really about it. Later.